computers. Okay, so I think you have to give me control. Did it tell you to give me
Yeah,
the
I accepted it.
oh okay. Yep, that's fine. All right. So what we can do is we can make this a little bit big, enable your chart trader so you're able to see these things. And do you like your background white or black?
I'm fine. White is fine.
White is fine. Okay, that's fine. So, and this is where your account needs to show
Yep.
up, right? So what you do is let's just,
You can delete those two things. Yeah.
yeah, just remove them for right now. Uh, and let's say you want to, so looks, everything is fine here. That's fine.
You use
And
black
let's,
theme, you see?
I use the black background. Yes, just personally, it's just easier on my eyes, I think. That's why. So let's add the 2 or 3 EMAs that we want. So let's make this 20. Let's make this 50. And let's make this 200. And let's change the color for these a little bit so that you can visually make them. Let's do like, where's that, a green one? So let's make this dark green for the 200. Make the depth 3 so that it's easier on the eyes. Let's do 50 the same way. Make this dashed. Let's change to this 3 and also the color to, let's do maybe deep purple or something. Okay, you apply
We
that.
can change. Yeah, we can change background also to black. Yeah,
Uh,
disable.
okay, we'll do it later. So
Okay,
right
sure, sure.
now, this is why. Okay, so now then you apply the strategies, right? So let's
Yeah,
say
this is what I told you. You see, when you right click there, you can see those orders there. Okay.
orders, which
Like,
one? Oh,
you see that
these?
cell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This is if you want to place the order by
Yeah.
yourself
Okay.
manually. Okay,
Okay.
so
Got it. Yep.
let's actually. Oh, this is not your SIM account, right? This is your real account.
Correct.
Okay, how do we switch to SIM account? Do we have to go out? Okay, let's forget it right now. Let's
So
just save.
go.
Let's just
Yeah.
save this workspace first. So you have to just come here and click on save. Okay,
Yep.
and now it's saved, right? And all you have to do is just click on strategies and click that, and then you choose. So what I usually have done is that I have set templates, right? For example, so right now, I don't know if you have template loaded or not. So you have not, that's fine. So for example, if you want to trade it on uh, default, right? So what you do is just, so these are the default settings. You don't need this. Let's just keep this for now. And so for this is your ATM strategy. So this is right now 3NQ, right?
Yep.
Just you can change that to, let's say, if you don't have
And
a 1NQ one.
whatever is the default that you use, please keep that.
But I use 3 contracts. Are you so
Yeah,
are you
I'm
are
fine
you
with three
okay?
contracts. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
but
Because that make more sense, in
exactly. But I want you to trade this in paper for right now and just kind of feel it out first, right? Before you start doing these in actual, because that's what I always recommend. Everybody has their own sort of risk profile,
the
right?
limit cancel bars is 3, I think, right?
Uh, say it again.
The limit cancel bars.
Oh yeah, yeah. So let's do that. 3. This is fun. So this is default right now. Okay, everything is like that. I just changed the distance to 30. We don't care about the distance too. We don't care about the EMA filter right now. It's going to start from 930, right? So what you do is so that you don't have to come every time and change these things, just save this as your template
I
for
think
D.
yeah, for me it's I think 8:30 because
Okay, okay, okay. That's fine. We
I'm in
can
central time zone.
change that.
But I can change that later.
So let's just call it aggressive template, right?
Yep.
And we can change that to, let's say, 8:30, and then
On
you
15,
just
stop time is 15, I think.
stop is 15. Okay, and then you can just save that again. So just overwrite it
Yep.
and perfect, right? So now when you apply it, okay, Yes, that's fine. Okay. So now if you enable this thing right here, okay, I think you have to, there's something you have to go and put the order confirmation thing off. I don't know where you to do that from, but you can look it up later on.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so
Sure.
that because otherwise it will keep asking you this, this irritating thing.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
in the account display column, it says simulation account, I think.
Yes, yes, yes. So again, it's because I do not want to enable anything on your live account right now, right? That's
Okay.
why. So if you want to change that, you just have to, uh, I think, do that. Go there, edit, and then choose your uh, go and then choose your
Okay.
real account from here. Okay.
Got it. Okay.
So right now I'm just going to cancel it. So this is the default. And then I have a similar window where I trade with the 200 filter on. Okay. So so right now this is good for right now. We'll come back to this one. I think there are some other folks who joined as well. So let me kind
Yep.
of start from
Yep.
the
Yep.
back. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going
No
to
problem.
just save this thing just so that you have it. And once you have another chart, go ahead and save that again. Okay. So that
Yep.
it preserves that thing. Okay, let me give up control back to you, and I'm going to stop participant sharing. Okay. Hey guys, this is UC. So who else is here? I know Hector is there. There's somebody else who joined. Chris, is that you?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing amazing. Happy to be
Oh,
here.
awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. So, okay, so NinjaTrader, sometimes definitely if you're not used it before, can be a little takes a little bit of time to get used to how to do things in there. But once you get used to it, it is so flexible, you guys will definitely love it, right? So let me just share my screen here one sec. Let me know if you're able to see my screen.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So as I was telling, right? So I do not want to come every morning, create these charts, put these indicators in there, like these EMAs, create my layout. So that's why it is very important that so I have multiple screens. That's why some windows don't appear. So I have to kind of drag them over here on the screen. But the way to do that is just go and once you figure out where you want your charts to be and how you want your this EMA lines, how do you ever you want them colored, if you want the background white, whatever. So once you're done with that, go and save that to a new workspace, right? So just go ahead and save that so that every time you come, it starts from that and you don't have to spend 10 minutes trying to, make your windows look nice and good. So that's very important. It's again, it's all admin stuff that you might struggle with initially, but at least once you have done it, you don't have to do it every time. Okay. Make sure the charts, NQ chart, 150 tick chart. There are some people who trade on uh, actually 200 tick charts in the group. There are some people who trade the micro lots, actually, not the standard lots, and then they trade it on 350 ticks. So of course, what they have done is they have back tested these things, and then based on their risk profile, however uh, they liked the results. They tweaked the settings to make it what they want it to be. But the way I trade, and as you have seen from my videos, I have two charts. One is the default. When I say default, what it means is that let me show you what it means. So actually, let's go back and so just to tell you what the strategy does, right? So just so that you have a little background, right? So for example, here is how let's go where we started today, 9:30. So this is playback. Okay. Yeah. So let's say, what the strategy does is, whenever these moving averages, the 50 and the 200, get apart a certain distance, right? Then the strategy starts looking for some sort of a pullback, right? So that you can get in. So when I say default, right, so if you click on strategies, right, and uh, there you go. So the distance one, right, that says 30. So what that means is when the distance between the 50 and the 200 is at least 30 ticks or more, only then the bot will, start looking for pullbacks to trade. Okay, so that's the distance between them, because we don't want to trade when the distance between them is less than that, or whatever value you choose. Let's just say everybody chooses 30. So you don't want to trade it once the moving averages are all kind of jumbled together, because that means it's choppy price action sideways and we don't know what's going on. You only want when it's expanded, right? So this is the beginner's sort of way to trade the bot, right? And then one more thing, let's go to strategies back again. And then these filters, right? What these filters mean. So what this filter mean is, for example, yes, okay, we want to trade it once the moving averages are 30 ticks apart, but we only want to trade when the price drops below a certain moving average, right? If you want that, that is something that you can define by say, yes, I want a US EMA filter, and I want to get in when the price drops below 50 EMA. Again, if you put it there 50 EMA, the strategy will only look to take a long trade, again, given all other criteria is met, right? That's what we are assuming. If all other criteria is met, the bot or the strategy will only take a trade when the price goes under 50 EMA right here, right? In the uptrend. It won't take a trade here. It won't take a trade here, right? It won't take a trade here, right? So that's the give and take, right? Because what that means is you're only restricting the strategy to only get in a trade when the pullback is deep enough, which is fine, right? That can be your priority. What I do is I don't do that, right? I only trade it one chart without any filter. What that means is I'm not using this checkbox. I don't care about how shallow or deep the pullback is. As long as other criteria is met, I'm fine with that. Okay. So that means I would probably have gotten a trade here or somewhere here or somewhere here, or not. I don't know, right? But there are people who like to only trade when the price is below 50 EMA, or somebody can say, hey, I only want to trade when the price is below 20 EMA, right? Or 100 EMA or 200, right? So one of my other charts that I trade, right? So I have this one, and then on this one. So in this one, I like to only trade when the price goes below 200, right? So my entry would have been right here, right? And usually my stop loss is like 10 points here. So, right, that means I would have gotten somewhere around 80, 81, and it would not have hit my stop loss. And then, depending on my order management template, my position would have played out right here, right? So I only trade the 200 one because it's a deeper pullback than all the other ones. But that also means that I'm not going to get as many trades, but I know the trade that I am going to get in, the chances are it will give me a good run, right? So that's why I kind of, distribute, you can say, my trades between the two charts, right? And whichever is playing out, I really don't care as long as it's getting me to where I want to be, right? So we're in a strongly trending market, right? For example, look at this one in this time period, right? Right here till right here. I would not have gotten a single 200 filtered trade, right? Because I'm saying, hey, bot, only look for a trade when the pullback goes above 200, right? It never went that. It went all the way here. It touched 200, but it was not all the way above 200. So one of the conditions hard coded is that the candle has to be totally above the 200 EMA, right? Which it did not do that. Can I take a manual trade here? Sure, you can, right? And that's fine, right? But I don't personally do that. But I know Oj, she does that. There's Ali, he does that. There's Muhammad, he does that. That's fine, right? That's personal preference. That's a manual trade. But the bot would not take a trade here. Bot would take a trade right here, right? It would still be okay, which would still have gone in my favor, right? But it would have been towards the end here. But my other chart would have been playing out fine because there is no filter that I'm using. I'm not telling that chart to use any filter, right? So I just wanted to trade wherever it thinks the other criteria is met, and you short it, right? So it would have shorted right here, or maybe right here if the other criteria was filled or not. So, those kind of things. Let's just say, for example, let's play back today's market open, right? So let's enable these two charts. Okay. And let's see what happened in the morning. Or, that's exactly how I traded this morning. I traded both my charts. Every morning I trade them just like that. So I just want to show you a trade happening, right? So it will start taking a trade after 9:30 because that's one of my, things. I only do it after 9:30. So I want to pause it where it takes the trade, right? So let's keep going. Let's keep going. So the distance between the 50 and the 200 is displayed right here on the top, right? And okay, pause. Okay, let's look at this. So this is a default trade, right? When I say default, I mean it's only looking at the distance and there is no other filter, right? That's what it means. So the distance is more than 30 ticks. Checkbox, right? Checked. There's a pullback. Yep, checked. Is the pullback below 220? Yes. Is the pullback below 50? No, right? And for this chart, I don't care, right? But there are people who say, no, I only want it below 50. That's fine. That's your personal preference. But I don't on this chart, right? So that's where my entry happened. And now let's see. So the bot is only giving you an entry. What happens after this point onwards, right? That's all dependent on the order management template, right? So my order management template for this particular chart is this one, NQ aggressive, right? Which is what? Let's look at it. So I enter 3 contracts. This is my stop loss, which is 8 points, right? 32 ticks. I take first target at 15, the other one at 25, and the last one at 40, right? And these are my stop strategies associated with those contracts, right? This one, I move my stop loss to 0 after 3 points, right? This one, look at this. What is that? Okay, so this one goes to 0 after 5 points. So once I'm out of one contract, let's see what happens, right? So let's just play it out. Okay. Okay, I paused it, right? So what happened? I moved up, the price moved up, and one of my contract, the stop loss got raised. The two are still waiting here, right? It will only happen when the price is 5 points above my my get-in price, right? So let's see. Okay, so I got a fill on one, and the rest of them are still open. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so the stops on the remaining one also came up, and I'm out, right? So this was my actual first trade as well in my account, right? So this was on when I say default, which default means there was no EMA filter. I don't care about that, right? And this is what the 200 one was. So there would have been a 200 trade as well, right? So that's what I mean. I will hold on here for a second, see if anybody has any questions. You might have to unmute yourself if you have any
No,
questions.
these are actually great execution on the trades. I'm actually very familiar with NinjaTrader, so
Okay,
if I send you any questions, I've ran multiple bots through NinjaTrader. I even had to just roll mine back because the newest version was creating too many issues for me.
okay.
But yeah, so you're saying these settings for either of them. One of them is the default setting, and the other one is more customized. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes. So when I say default, I don't know how it got tagged as default, but
It's a
but it's with no EMA filter. Right, right, right. So if you
got it.
look at this, okay. So if I come back here, let's just stop this. Okay. Let's just stop this one. And there you go. So these are the settings for this one, right? What does it mean? It says that 20 has to be above 50, right? 50 has to be above 100 and 100 has to be above 200. And, I don't actually, you know what? Sorry. 100 and 200 does not have that relationship. It's only between 20 and 50. So what I'm saying over here is, hey, 20 has to be above 50 when I want to get into trades, right? So that means the short-term price is going up and that's why 20 is above 50. That's fine. I don't care about the rest. You don't care about this one. And I want the order, once it gets submitted, to remain active till 3 bars, right? That's what it means. Only after 3 bars, if I don't get a fill, cancel my order, because I don't want to get in at after 3 bars, okay? Because that's what I want. This is my strategy, the order management strategy. That's fine. This is my distance one, which is between 50 and 200, right? That's what it indicates, that the distance between 50 and 200 has to be minimum of 30 ticks before the bot starts looking for trades. Entry type bright, and well, this is, the criteria is proprietary, but what it means is basically that get me in as soon as you think this is a solid pullback and the price is not going to go down further, right? That's what it means. If you select non-bright for some reason, right, what that means is that you are telling the strategy to look for some sort of trend continuation, and only then you get back in. So what that means is for the strategy to confirm some sort of trend continuation, by naturally that means your get-in price will be slightly higher, because the bot is considering price to start moving back up. So when it happens, when the price starts moving back up, naturally your price, your get-in price will be a little bit higher, versus if you got in before that, quote unquote confirmation. You following me?
Got it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So most of us over here trade with bright, but there are a few people who trade with non-bright. But what I know is that when they trade with non-bright, they sometimes like to use the limit offset. What limit offset means is that, hey, once all the criteria is met and the bot is ready to submit the order, right? Hey, submit the order 4 ticks below. What that means is, if the get-in price, according to the strategy, if this was 0, is, let's say, 16,000, I don't want that. I want, let's say, 15,999. So 4 ticks means, hey, submit my limit order 4 ticks below the price where you triggered the entry, right? That's what it means, right? So some people like to do that too. That, hey, so how do you come up with that? So what they do is you back test it, right? You back test with non-bright, and then you go and publish your trades. So for example, what you do is you go and take a look at your back tested data, right? And then you go see, hey, most of my non-bright entries, when I get in, they show me a drawdown of at least 6 to 7 points. So that means on average, I can put in an order limit offset of, let's say, 3 points, and limit cancel bars at, let's say, 4. So what that means is, if the order was going to get submitted here, hey, submit my order to get in at 906, and keep my order active till the next 4 bars. So that means is, if the price dips from there, because that's what you have observed by looking at the chart, that on average your drawdown is 6 to 7 points or 4 points, so you're trying to improve your entry by that. So that's why some people use that, and that's fine. That thing is there for you to use. So let's go back to strategies. Okay, where were we? What were we talking about? Okay, yeah. So that's what I meant by the non-bright and bright. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else left in there. Yeah. Okay, so this is if you only want the bot to buy or short, below or above an EMA, then you'd use this. Okay, then you use this filter, and then you define what EMA filter you want to use, 200 or whatever else. So for this chart, right, I'm using the filter. So let's see, where is my window? Where did it go? Control center. Oh, yeah, I think I closed it. Nope. Strategies. There you go. Okay. So for this chart, right, for the one on the right, I have this ignore faster length. Why? Because I'm telling the bot to only execute along on the deeper pullback when the price drops below 200 EMA, right? But when it does that, the 20 EMA will naturally be below 50. right? So I want the DWAT to ignore that, right? I don't care about the 20 EMA's, position relative to 50 or anything at that point, right? Because I'm trying to get in 50, below 200. So 99% of the time, 20 EMA will be below 50 when the price is below 200 EMA. So that's why I'm telling the bot to ignore that, right? So it ignores that. Okay, that's great. What about the rest of the stuff?
You
Well,
see, my apologies. I have to go. I have somebody to shut up at my house for an appointment.
oh, no problem, man. No problem. This is being recorded, so you can watch it later. Okay.
Terrific. Thank you.
All right. All right. No problem. Thank you. So,
Ignore fast rule and
yes,
then
yes, yes,
you're using right still for this.
yes.
Okay.
But I also decrease the distance from 30 to 14, right? Why? Because when the 20 will come, when the price will come below right here to give me a buy, naturally the distance between the 50 and 200 will have decreased, right? Versus when the price was trending up, right? So that's why I decrease the distance from 30 ticks to 14 ticks, because I am okay as long as the distance between the 50 and the 200 is 14 ticks, 15 ticks. I'm fine getting in right here, right? I would have gotten right. So that's how you sort of design uh, the your templates to trade around, right? That's what I picked up, that hey, for the two charts that I like to trade, I want the one with no EMA filter and one with the EMA filter. Okay.
Yep. You see, do you mind showing just those two settings one more time? I'll take a screenshot.
Okay. Right. Let me
This
show
will be
you
the
that.
videos for people to see.
Hey guys, give me 1 second. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Yes.
Okay, guys, sorry, had a little kid
No problem.
emergency. Okay,
Hope it's
let me share my screen again. Okay. All right. So let's bring this here. Okay, so you wanted to see what, my friend? You wanted to see.
the settings for the two charts. Yeah. The
Okay,
strategies settings.
okay. Oh, sure. They're also on the Discord, but sure, you can take a screenshot. So I'm going to show you first for
Sure.
the which one is that? Which one is that? Let's just see 1 second. Oops, let me connect it first. That's fine. Okay. Okay. So this one is the 200 one. Okay, so you can take a screenshot of this. All right. And then you can write it down somewhere as well, or I can actually take a screenshot too and send it to you guys as well.
Would be great.
Okay. And this one is the aggressive one where I don't have any EMA filter, right? So I'll take a screenshot of that and also forward it to you guys. But when I was explaining, you guys understood why I'm doing this, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because that's important so that you understand the structure, so you understand in which structure, which strategy will outperform. So in this structure, right? In this structure, if you look at it, the one with no EMA filter would perform good, but even with the one with the EMA filter would do good. But if you have a 200 EMA filter, it won't do good, right? Because the price has not come below 200. Only it came right here when the trend was mature, right? So, but if you use, let's say, 50 EMA, right?
You see one maybe question or idea here.
Mm-hmm.
So your the bot will start taking trades here for this settings, if the distance is over 30 ticks, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if you go here to the right, so it came down the 50 EMA, and then it came down all the way to the 200, below 200 EMA at one point, right?
Yes.
So the bot would have taken trade right when it hits the 50 EMA, right? If it is without EMA filter settings.
If it is without EMA filter settings, then it would have taken a trade maybe somewhere here,
And went into
or
stop loss, right?
and it would have hit stop loss depending on it. Again, if it could be that if you got triggered right here at 80, it went down till 76, and then it went up till 85. So if my stop loss would have come back to my break even, I would have gotten out at break even. But if I had not improved my stop loss back to break even, then yes, it would have been a
Yep.
loss.
And a little to the left,
Mm-hmm.
when it came down, touched below, it came down, furthermore, right? I think what I'm trying to tell is, if the distance has increased so much, then there
Mm-hmm.
is a high chance that, it comes to
Very
the
good.
deep
Very good.
pullback,
That's
right?
that's that's exactly what I do sometimes, actually, not sometimes, all the time, is that, once I see the trend is mature and I've already seen that the bot has taken, 2 or 3 good trades, I disable it at that point in time. I wait till the EMAs give me a reset, of some sort. But I keep the 200 EMA one active because I'm looking for that deeper pullback to get long here or get long right here, right? So I keep the 201 active, but I disable after, I've seen that the trend has matured and it has given me already good, 2 to 3 trades in that trend. I don't need to take an extra risk at that point. It could go in my favor or it could go not. I don't care. I'm just going to wait for the reset. So
So, but it's still manually we need to disable it, right? So
yes,
we can't say like after 3 trades stop it or something like that. Okay.
that is something that I want to build into the February and March release so that, hey, for example, let's say this is where the bot figured out that the distance increased to 30. Okay, it start taking trades. That's fine. First trade, second trade, that's fine. And then let's just say it's keep on going. You can somehow define, I think the definition could be that, let's say you have a parameter box that says stop after 3 trades during that run. And what that means is you are saying that the EMS should reset, and only then you start counting the trades once again, 1, 2, 3, and then you wait for the reset again, and then 1, 2, 3 again, right? So that is something
Yes.
that I want to build in. So that's a good thing. But for right now, yes, you have to manually do it till I build that thing into the future release. Yes.
Awesome.
Okay.
And you see real quick for the reset of the trend, you're just looking for the 50 to cross over the 200, right?
Yes. I just want the 50 to cross over. That's it. And now, let's look for a fresh trend, right? So this was, again, I don't know if the distance was 30 or not here, but yes, this would be a new trend for me. Yep. And then this would be a new trend. Exactly. So you're right.
Downside.
Yep. So you're right. So yeah, and I know a lot, some people struggle with, so there's a template for the strategy, right? Which is this, right? So once you come up with these, for example, once you select all these things, just go and make a template, right? Click on save and call it whatever you want to call it, 200 EMA with 50 and 100 distance enabled, or 200 EMA filter, which means that there is nothing else. Just name it so that you know what it is, so that when you come in, when you're applying it to a new chart or whatever, you just come in, click on template, click on load, click on, let's just say NQ aggressive, and that's it. Everything is there. You don't have to go and select every time and everything. So that's one template, right? That's a strategy template, right? And then there's an order template, which is this one, right? So you mess around with these outside of this window. So you mess around with these right here, ATM strategy, right? So you come here, click on whichever you want to change, or if you don't have anything, you just can start from the scratch. Let's say NQ aggressive, you click on edit, and this is where you configure your order, management template, right? What's your starting stop loss? What are your targets? What is your stop strategy, right? So you also have to have a stop strategy, and you can also save that as a template as well. So you don't have to change these, right? So I've changed some of these. So I've some templates right here, so I can remove them, add them. So let's say, hey, I don't want the stop loss to 0 after 3 points. I want stop loss to 0 after 5 points, right? So that's it. I just have to come and change this thing. So spend some time, initial day or two, to create these things, and then back test, right? And then go see all the trades that gets published, right? So one more thing, the bot does not print the actual trades here. So all you have to do is just have another tab with the 150 tick, right? And just have all your trades show up there, right? And all you have to do is go here to data series, go all the way down, and where it says plot executions, you just say text and marker and just apply that. So what it would do is it will publish the trades there, right? So once you have your initial order management template, publish those trades, then go see, what was the average drawdown? What was the average profit, or what was the average run that the bot gave on average? How many points, and where did you come out? And then look at your risk profile. So my risk profile, if I'm down $2,500, that's a no-go for me. I shut down the bot. As long as it's below 2,500, I keep going, right? And my target for every day is anywhere between 1,500, 2,000, 2,500. I'm happy, right? I trade 3 contracts, right? So that's what my risk profile is. That's why I built these two these two charts settings for myself, because based on my back testing, the way it was moving, my stop losses, so for example, for this chart, right, my stop loss for the default one is initial stop loss is 8 points, right? For this one, which is non-aggressive, because I'm giving it a little bit more room, I'm trying to catch it on a deeper pullback below 200, right? So my stop loss is 40 points. But look at my targets, because I know and I've observed that whenever it runs after giving me a trade from below 200, right, in case of a long, it runs pretty damn good, right? So I don't want to come out prematurely, right? I want to come out here, but I still want to take some profits along the way. So that's why I give myself enough room in the downside, but I also give, I've noticed that these things run nicely. So I like to take at least, sometimes 30, 40 points from a runner by leaving a runner, right? So look at this one. If I got a trade here above 200 a short, it gives me a nice run to the downside, right? So that's what I observed. That's why I made my template that way, right? But these are all the exercises that you do after spending some time looking at it, looking where the trades happened based on your orders, based on your settings, and then spending some time, right? And it will go a long way. It will go a long way, I promise you, right? That's what I did, and that's why I tweak my
So,
templates. Yeah, go ahead.
so what is the maximum continuous drawdown days that you had?
Today was one. I think I saw a drawdown of 2,200. Yeah.
But end of the day you are in green, right?
Yes, I ended the day at plus 2,800. Yes.
My question is you ended up red in a day and the next day red. Does it how many
how many continuous days?
red days?
Red day, I don't know, man. I'll have to probably go and do some sort of digging around or reporting or something. But I would say
Today I won't consider that as a red day because it's green at the end.
Yeah, it's a green at the end. I would say I have not had a red day in a recent history, but
Oh,
but
that's
yeah.
good to hear.
Yes,
But
yes. And
with that, but I saw that you had 5,000 max loss and 5,000 max profit.
oh, that's
Uh,
just because I wanted to run it for you guys, and make it like that. But because I was
okay.
wanted to give you a demo so that it would keep running and not stop. But yeah,
What
I
is the
do.
actual?
But actual is this. I usually keep it like this. I think this one is mostly
Okay.
around 1,500, and I keep my loss short of 2,500. But again, sometimes I come out, so if I'm not feeling right, if I'm at 1,800 plus, sometimes I'll, because if I see a drawdown, let's say of $1,200, and then it goes back to positive, then it comes back to negative, then it goes back to positive. Sometimes I'm like, okay, it's giving me, jitters. I'm just going to close the bot at plus 1,100 today. That's fine. I'm fine. Yeah, I'll
And
close.
how do you like, let's say you decide that, okay, I want to
Mhm.
close everything flat and then go, like, what do you do quickly?
Oh, like you want to just
Yeah.
close, you want to just go flat?
Yes.
There's a flat button right here. I think you can close that, right?
It's on this chart,
Close.
right? Does it takes care of?
Oh, yeah, yeah. So there's
I
close
mean, how do
button
you?
right here. Is that what you mean? Or
That's
you're
what.
saying,
That's
how
what.
do I analyze the chart to say if I want to not trade
No,
anymore?
no. Let's say you see that the profit is around 1,800
Mhm,
plus, and you
mhm.
just don't want to run bots anymore.
Oh, you just disable it. You just disable the bots. Or if
So
you manually close the position, the bot will get disengaged by itself. It will
okay.
stop trading. Yeah. It will not take any trades. So for example, let's just say, let me show you. I think it does that. This is the behavior. So let's just say enable. Okay, let's see if it takes a trade here in the playback. Okay. Oh, it's 12 a.m. That's why. Okay, let it go. That's fine. I just wanted to take a trade, and then I close that manually. I just want to make sure that it does that. I think it does. Let's just take yeah, it's not taking the trade because it has not gone above 200. Let's just say
Do you usually trade just NQ? I saw that you also trade crude oil this morning.
yes, yes. I did, man. I wanted to get up at 4 in the morning and trade it, and today was the first day I was able to do it, because it moves very nicely for some reason, right at London Open. So I think
But
what
you,
one.
you could select 4 a.m. in
Yes,
your
yes, yes.
chart
I can.
setting. Okay.
Yes, I just had the computer shut down and I had not set it up, but
Okay.
I just happened to get up. But yes, you are right. You can set it up at 11 p.m. at night, keep the system on, and just let it run, and it will trade from 4 onwards till whatever time you put it in there. So yes, you are
So
absolutely right.
just so once you start the bot, even if
Mhm.
you close this NinjaTrader, it will still run, isn't it, or no?
No. I
Okay.
think because I think the order has to go through the server or something like that. So even if
But this is in the NinjaTrader platform, so you already instructed in NinjaTrader platform to execute these trades. Why do you
well,
need a local laptop to be on, right?
I don't know because I don't know. It is a NinjaTrader thing, man. I don't know why it is like that, but it does not happen like that. So for example,
Okay.
let's say, for example, this is the order right now. This is an open order. Okay.
Mhm.
If I close NinjaTrader now, these
Yeah.
orders have already made it to the server. So they will be executed. Okay, even if I close it, right?
Okay.
But if you close it and the bot is running, and if you close the NinjaTrader, it closes the bot as well. So there is nothing. There is no bot running. There is nothing, right? That's how it treats it as. So
Okay.
the orders that are already there out there, these orders are good, right? They will get executed even if you close the NinjaTrader because they made it all the way through the server. But if you want to place a new order, but you don't know where the bot will place a new order, so since that order will not make it to the server, so there is nothing for NinjaTrader to do.
Okay, so it means our system needs to be in running. Like if it goes to like
Correct.
if it goes to hibernate, then it'll
It will, I don't think it
stop.
will, yes, it will not
So
work.
you need to make sure you're like you need
Yes,
to
so that's why I bought
active.
this really
Okay.
state of the art computer last year. I spent like so much money on it because I wanted it to be, crisp.
Never
I want
hibernate. It keeps
no,
open. Okay.
yes, and never it has done that. It does not even heat up. It keeps running for sometimes 48 hours straight, and it's excellent. I mean, if you want, I can send you some the one I ordered.
After I make some money, you see.
Of course. Okay, so spend some time creating templates, strategy templates, order templates, putting your windows nice and clean so that you don't have that anxiety when you open up the NinjaTrader. All that thing is done for you, right? So create that look and feel. Spend some time, whatever you want, however you like it, and then back test it for at least a week. Don't jump in, don't get FOMO when you see me or somebody else posting gains and things like that. You will get there, right? People have been using this thing since when we went live with this thing since November. Oj, she passed evaluations. Ali did very good too. There are a few other folks as well who are using it very actively. So don't compare them to you, because you are just getting on board and there's a little bit of learning curve, just like anything else. It's a skill, it's a tool, you're using it, so you're trying to figure out where is that sweet spot for you, right? So yeah, that's what I want you guys to do for this week, and a couple of more days. Play around with it, right? Back test this thing with different settings, things that nature, and then start narrowing it, start controlling it, start decreasing your options, things like that, and then you make it nice and tight, right? And like I said, trading is, yes, technical in nature, price action, all that, but there's a lot to do with human mind as well, right? With fear, right? With the because I mean, I'll give you my example. Sometimes I see good $1,200, $1,300 profit in the first 3-4 minutes, and then when it all goes away and I see negative 300, it's hard to cope up with that, right? To be honest with you, it gets frustrating, right? So, but market does not know that, bot does not care. It's just your mind, right? So that's why it is important for you to have confidence in the bot, in the strategy. But how does that confidence come? That confidence comes by back testing, right? Once you have back tested, you can go see, hey, in the last 3 days, I was down, I was up, I was down again, minus 500, but then it went back up to 1100 or 600, whatever. So then you will start having that belief, that confidence, right? That yes, it works in the longer run. It's just one data point, right? One trade is one data point. That's it, nothing else, right? As long as the strategy has an edge, as long as it has positive expectancy, I will be fine, right? So, but your mind has to believe in that, not me or not anybody else. You have to do that. So that's where this whole mind thing comes in, right? So to do that, you have to do it back testing. Then once you have back tested, you have come up with some template, some formula, whatever. Then graduate to sim account. See how you're behaving, because your behavior is a big part of it, right? So how you are behaving for 1 week. Trade it as you traded in back tested it, right? Trade it in sim account the same way for 1 week, right? See if it hits your goals or where you get stopped out, right? And it might give you some good insight as well, right? But go through that, for lack of better word, go through that pain, right? And then, yeah, graduate to live account, and then there is no limit. But give yourself some time, okay?
You say one last question. So on these two charts, right? Let's say the profit and loss you see on the top is combined from these two charts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you see $2,000 profit. But it was mostly executed from the left chart.
Okay.
And then you say, okay, 2,000 is enough for today.
Yes.
To disable both the charts. And
I will.
Okay.
I personally will. Yes. Exactly because trading is about probability. For example, if you are trading one contract only, right? So you come out right here with one contract, right? And then it drops. So
Right.
you are fine. You're good, right? Your trade hit the target. Versus me, I hit the target, number one target. That's fine. I'm happy. But then it dropped and it hit my stop loss for the remaining two. My performance is going to be totally different than your performance, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
both of us traded the same trade. We entered at the same place, but our performance will be different, right? So,
Yes.
so it's a game of probability, right? That's why I like to keep 3 points, because 3 points will have a higher probability of hitting that target versus this one and versus this one, right? So I'm trying to get something out of this trade quickly, and then I'm moving my stop loss up quickly, 5 points, whatever. So that's what is important. That's why I, based on my back testing, I like this template, and that's what I, trade. But based on your risk profile, you must be like, hey, I don't like to trade, for example, 3 contracts. My, account size is not that big right now. I only want to trade two contracts. That's fine, you know. But go see in the back tested results where those entries were. Could you have improved your entry by putting some sort of limit offset? Could you have improved your entry if you were, if you moved your stop loss from 8 points to 10 points, because on average the position moved against you 9 points? That's something you observe, right? So do that exercise for few days, and I am so positive that you will gain so much insight about yourself, about your behavior, about your ideal template that you want to use. Okay.
Thank you, see.
Yeah.
You see, yeah, if you can share the crude oil settings, I will also
Oh, okay.
play
So,
a little bit later.
okay, perfect. I will post I'll email that to you guys. Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Anybody
Thank you.
else? Any question, man? I know we went through a lot, but I'll probably hold and host another session like this. Maybe we can do it Friday or early next week, just so that you, by that time, you would have had some time to play around in the platform. You might have some extra questions, things of that nature. I mean, everybody's answering nicely in the Discord, but it's always good to chat and talk like this. So
Yeah, that'll be great, easy to have
perfect.
another one, maybe, yeah, within a week
Perfect.
or something like that.
Yeah, we'll do that, man. Sounds good. Yeah. So your homework for all of you is to go create your workspaces where your charts are all nice and, looking good, and you don't have any anxiety, you don't have any, confusion what to do in the morning. Everything is there for you crisp right when you open it. And secondly, go create those templates for all the contracts, strategy templates and order templates. Okay. So that's the two things. And the third thing is back test it for past 15 days, 20 days, publish those trades, look at what's happening, tweak your order, templates if you want to, and then, continue this thing for the next few days. And yeah, this will get better from here. Okay.
Sounds
Thank you.
good. Thank you, Z.
Perfect. Thank you, guys. It was good talking to you. Take care, man.
You too. Bye-bye.